Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, so here we are, guys. We are back with another Comic Garage subscription box. So this time, we have, what is it? Is it June? Is it still June? I think it's June. It's the June subscription box, Comic Garage subscription box. I think I just repeated myself, and I think I did. So I have to apologize ahead of time, guys. I'm kind of out of it right now, man. I just kind of just going through some things right now. And so I just want to apologize if I'm not that upbeat right now. But we're going to go ahead and get through this, and hopefully maybe they have given me some good comic books to uplift my spirits. So I'm glad you guys are here joining me today. For those who don't know what Comic Garage Box is, Comic Garage Box is pretty much a title of your choosing. Like if you love, like me, I love Lobo, I love X-Force, I love X-Men, I love DC, Marvel, anything of that related. Spawn is one of my titles, my choosing titles. So if, you just pretty much type in what you want, what kind of comic books you're interested, the titles that you're interested in, and then they'll send you random comic books of your choosing. You can't choose the comic books, they choose the titles for you. That's what I'm trying to say. So I got a yearly subscription through Comic Garage. So far, they've been pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to renew my subscription. Should be coming to an end, and I think in a couple more months. So I don't know if I'm going to be renewing my subscription or not. It just depends on if Comic Garage continues to produce awesome boxes. Then I might consider it, because their deals are really, really good. Because you can do either a month subscription or 3-month subscription or 6-month subscription. But if you go for like a year subscription, your total goes down. So you're not spending as much, which is a great idea. So, and it's a good way for Comic Garage to get you to do a year subscription, because you're spending less money when you do a year subscription. If that makes any sense. I think you guys understood what I was saying. So here is Comic Garage. Usually they supply me with a sticker, but this time no. Or is a sticker. Yep, oh, the sticker is in there. So let's see what Comic Garage, and I do like these boxes. I do like Comic Garage subscription boxes. They're different, you know, as opposed to me doing an action figure review or a toy hunt. You know, I like doing these Comic Book Garage subscription boxes because I don't do as much comic book reviews as I would like to, simply because it doesn't get the reviews that it should get. Simply because people are so obsessed with action figures that people don't want to watch a review of a comic book, you know, the origin of where it all started, you know what I mean? But then again, that's what books in general. People, you know, certain people love books, other people don't like books. So that's just the society we live in, unfortunately. So there's the Comic Garage sticker right there. I have a couple of them right there on my backboard. So yeah, there's the sticker. Here is Comic Garage subscription box. If you guys are interested to know a little bit more about Comic Garage, here is their website. Go ahead and check them out. They're not paying me for this shit, but I am giving them a shout out because I am essentially reviewing their box. So for those who are interested and want to know, check out their website. Okay, so here's the first comic book. This is the back of the first comic book. So here is Casino Royale. So it's not an older comic book, but then again, it's not a newer comic book, because Casino Royale came out in, what year did it come out in? 2006. Really? 2006? Yeah, that makes sense. So let's see what the first one is. And the first one is Zombie. Max Comics explicit content. Zombie. Okay, I know nothing of Zombie, guys. So if you hear the booms, that's fireworks outside, because it's close to 4th of July. If you're watching this, and people are lighting off fireworks. That's what they do in my neighborhood, and I'm sure that's what they do in your neighborhood. Oh my God, look at these Rocky action figures, man, from Jax. I didn't know Jax made Rocky action figures. Dude, how rare are these action figures, man? I have never, ever seen these action figures. I might have to do some research, dude, because these things look awesome. Here's the zombie book. I don't know what it's about. If you guys know, let me know. I'm guessing zombies, right? But I don't know the storyline. But if you guys know, let me know. But it is 3 of 4, so this is zombie 3 of 4. So there is, I don't know, potential read. I'm not really for sure, guys. Okay, so here is another older comic book, but not really an old comic book because they're advertising Spider-Man 3. The Battle Within. Let's turn it around, and we have a X-Men comic book. Red Data. Mike Carey and Chris Baccola. Part 1 of 3. Okay. I don't really particularly care too much for the newer X-Men comic books, even though their storylines are way better than some of the storylines back in the 90s. But I'm just a huge fan of Jim Lee and all the Image artists, man. That I grew up in that era, so I'm a little bit biased. Okay, so Beneath a Steel Sky. What are they advertising? Available on PC and CD-ROM. So this is 1994, so it is a older comic book. Let's see what we got. Yeah, man. Yeah. That definitely lifts my spirit right there. Lobo number 5. Love it, dude. Love the artwork. Lobo. You guys know, if you guys are accustomed to watching my Comic Garage subscription box, you guys know how much I love Lobo, man. Look at this guy's foot. Jeez. Love it, dude. I love the artwork, man. Just flick through it real quick. There's Batman and Doomsday. That's when Superman dies. Doomsday kills Batman. Or excuse me, Superman. Doomsday kills Superman. Dude, just love the artwork, man. Love the artwork of Lobo. Love everything about Lobo. You can't go wrong, dude. You cannot go wrong. Love it, man. Love it. It's about freaking time they do a movie of Lobo, man. Come on. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. When are we going to get a Lobo movie starring Jason Momoa? Love it, dude. That's definitely a keeper right there. Okay, so here's another comic book. This is definitely an older comic book because I do remember this series. Time Tracks. So it's definitely from the 90s. So let's see. Oh wait, what does that say? Meet Police Captain Darian Lambert. He has traveled from 200 years in the future to catch the most notorious criminals of our time. Man, I remember this show. It didn't last long. Time Tracks. Oh, and here we go. Another Lobo comic book, man. The Demon and Lobo. I actually do have a comic book of the Demon, man. Dude, awesome, man. Look at this, man. The artwork, man, back in the 90s is just awesome, dude, man. It's uncomparable to some of the artwork today, man. Awesome freaking artwork. Just love it, dude. Love that cover, man. Another Lobo. Man, they've been sending me a lot of Lobo comic books, man. I ain't mad. Look at that. They're advertising Army of Darkness, dude. One of the greatest movies ever made. Trapped in time, surrounded by evil, low on gas. Love it, dude. Love it. Love this 90s goodness. Dude, wow. Nice. That's a keeper. Next up, looks like we have another classic. Because they are advertising Jim Lee, Clive Barker, Jim Valentino, Speak Out. And this is Wizard right here, trading card by Valentino, Jim Valentino. So you know this is a Spawn! Spawn, and I think I have this one. I think I have number 11 Spawn, guys. I'm pretty sure I do. I'm pretty sure I do. It looks really, really familiar. I do have the Spawn comic book. That's unusual, man, because Comic Garage were sending me Spawn, you know, comics from the 60, I think I had 66, 67, 68, 69. So, and then 70, I'm pretty sure they were going to send me like 71 or 72. But I do believe I already have this comic book, dude. But nonetheless, come on, look at this, dude. Look at this. Artwork, you can't go wrong with this artwork, man. Next issue, Rob Liefeld's Blood Wolf. You cannot go wrong with a Spawn comic book, even though I already have this one. I do believe I already have this one because it looks really familiar. Here's another old one right here because they're advertising Jolly Rancher watermelon sticks. And you can tell it's old because of the hairstyles of these bikers. And it has to be from the 90s. And it is, oh no, it's from the 80s, 1986 X Factor Annual. Awesome, guys. I don't have too many X Factor comic books from the 80s. That's pretty awesome, man. I would not have guessed it was from the 80s because it looks like 90s. But then again, it is 86. Wow. Wow, guys. Number 1. Marvel 25th Giant Size Annual. That's pretty awesome, man. Number 1. That is pretty awesome. I didn't know X Factor was. Or maybe it was from the 80s. Did they originate in the 80s? This can't be number 1, is it? This is not the number 1 X Factor. It can't be. If it is, leave it in the comments, guys, because I don't think this is number 1, man. This can't be number 1. Then again, I don't know what number 1 X Factor comic book looks like, so I don't know. Let me know, guys, because I'm not really for sure, but that's definitely a keeper. And then right here we have, let me flip this around because I don't want to see the comics yet. So let me flip that one around. So here we have X-Force, Cable and X-Force, Vendetta Part 3. This is a newer version of X-Force right here. Still beautiful artwork. It doesn't pop like the artwork from the 90s. But nonetheless, still beautiful artwork. And like I said, the storytelling is a little bit more better than what it was back in the 90s. Beautiful artwork nonetheless, dude. I'm not going to lie. Dope. Don't know if I'm going to keep that one or not. That's in the I don't know pile. Comic Garage. Here is a 1995 comic book. Okay, so we have another comic book from the 90s. Let's turn it around. And another Lobo! Dude, they're hooking me up with some Lobos. Finally, man, after months and months of not receiving any Lobo comic books, they're throwing Lobo comic books at me, man. Somebody from Comic Garage must be watching my channel. Because they know how excited I get when they give me a Lobo comic book. Love it, dude. Love it. And it looks like a race, too. Love it. Love it. That's dope, guys. Really, really dope. Definitely a keeper. 3 Lobo comic books in this Comic Garage. I am not mad. All right, here is, I don't know, looks like an older comic book because they're advertising Conan. Is Conan still big nowadays? Predator. Yeah, it is an older comic book. Yeah, Predator, man. Awesome, dude. Number 4. Love that comic art, man. I am building up my Predator comic book collection through Comic Garage. And this is actually a 1989. Wow, dude. 1989. I don't think I own any 1989 Predator comic books, man. Wow, dude. Look at that. And see what I mean, man? The artwork from the late 80s, early 90s just pops more than some of the comic book art of today. This is definitely a keeper, man. I definitely love Predator. The artwork looks amazing. This is the last comic book that they gave me right here. Alien vs. Predator. Awesome, man. So much vintage goodness. That's definitely a keeper. And then we have this one right here. So this is definitely a newer one because this is being released May 3rd, 2011. Even though it's not new, it's new to me. And they're advertising Thor, God of Thunder, which is a video game. Let's see what's here. Tomb of Dracula presents Throne of Blood. Interesting, guys. Interesting. I definitely love my horror comics. As same thing with the zombie over there, but I'm not really too familiar with this one. Look at these UFC figures. I didn't even know they had UFC figures. Is this by Jakks as well? Yeah, it's by Jakks Pacific as well, dude. Man, these figures must be rare because I've never seen these figures before, dude. Tomb of Dracula. This looks pretty dope, man. I'm not gonna lie. Whoa, mama. Nudity. Boobies. Shut your eyes, children. Close your eyes. This is for adults only. Interesting, guys. I might have to give this one a read. Number 1, Marvel one-shot. That's pretty dope. That is gonna go in the possible I don't know pile. And then last but not least, we have another, looks like another vampire comic book. Or maybe they're just advertising on the back. Let's see what this one is. And yep, look at that. Dracula 3 of 4, man. That's pretty awesome, dude. They sent me a couple of Dracula comic books. That's not too bad. And this one is based on, is this based on the movie? I think it's based on the movie, guys. Yep, it's based on the movie Dracula, which is an awesome, awesome movie. Awesome Dracula movie. A lot of people want to say that Keanu Reeves pretty much hurts the movie because of his performance, but I actually like Keanu Reeves in the movie. Yeah, they could have picked a different actor, but Keanu Reeves, the movie was great, man. The special effects, the storytelling, Francis Ford Coppola is just a genius. You guys know what I'm talking about. I actually didn't mind Keanu Reeves. One of the main reasons why he got the job is because he's a good-looking dude. Back then, he was a heartthrob, so they needed a heartthrob. They needed a teenager in there. That's why they cast Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder. Even though both of them did, I think, an amazing performance, man. It's one of my favorite movies. I think it's the best. I think it's the best Dracula movie. Yeah, I said it. I know there's a lot of great Dracula movies out there, but the overall story of Dracula, I think, is the best one ever told, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Okay, guys, so we got some good ones, man. We got some Dracula. Don't know if I'm going to keep this one because it is 3 of 4. I've seen the movie. Don't know if I'm going to keep that one. Spawn, I do believe I have this one. This one is in the I don't know pile. I might read that one. Same thing with X-Force, X-Men. I don't know about this one. This one is, I don't know. Same thing with X-Force and Cable, Part 3. Being this is Part 3, I don't know. The same thing with X-Men, I don't know. So, yeah, these, and the same thing with Zombie as well. It's definitely, I don't know. I'm definitely going to read that one, but it is 3 of 4, so yeah, man. It's hard to read these comics to get, especially when this is 3 of 4. It's somewhere in the middle. The storyline is somewhere in the middle, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. But yeah, this is definitely... This right here is definitely probably a keeper right here. I definitely like this Tomb of Dracula. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 definitely keepers, and 2 no's, and then 3's maybes. So out of this box, guys, I am going to be... I am going to give it a 6 out of 10. It's not the best box so far. I mean, it was good. Yeah, it's not their fault, being that they sent me a Spawn comic book that I already have. If they did send me a Spawn comic book that I didn't already have, it would probably be a 7 out of 10. But being that I already have it, I'm going to have to give this Comic Garage a 6 out of 10, guys. They did a pretty good job. I do like 3 of the Lobo comic books that they gave me, plus a Predator, plus a Dracula, plus an X Factor. So that's really, really dope, man. Yeah, they sent me an X-Men and X-Force and Cable and shit, and a couple of horror comic books and a Spawn. So I'm not hating, man. So yeah, I would give it a 6.5, 7 for this Comic Garage June subscription box. So tell me what you guys make of this subscription box, man. Which titles did you like? Do you guys want to see me do more comic book reviews? If so, leave your thoughts in the comment section. I can't believe this is a 20-minute video already, dude. I've spent 20 minutes talking, dude. If you guys like this Comic Garage, if you guys stuck around all the way to the end, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next review.